All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Mechak, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and citations to the elect. We're the brothers of Great Millstone, Miami, and my brother Loy and Wiggy.
Shamar.
And hey, this video is going to be going into how the Lord promised to deliver His elect. Okay, during Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, as we see in the world right now, man. You know, it's before June, and there's a microchip. Okay, the digital dollar. They talking about digital dollar. They talking about a new world order, global famine, all these things, man. Okay, all right, which is all going to come to a fever pitch or a flashpoint. During Jacob's trouble, all these things gonna be happening at once, man. It's gonna be crazy. All right, it's gonna be a terrible time, a terrifying time. But remember, the Lord promised us, okay, that He was gonna save us, man. All right, and that's our faith, man. You know that we've come to serve the Lord. All right, the Lord said what? The Lord is very pitiful, and He saveth in times of affliction. That's what it says. So that's what we're gonna believe. All right, so I got Jeremiah 30:7. I'll start at verse 5. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace." And that's the times that we're coming into, man. A time of trembling, a time of fear, a time of war, not of peace, right? Okay. It says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." All right, so the times that we're coming into, all right, that we're really approaching fastly, okay, very speedily. It's going to be a time where men are afraid, man. Okay, as women, men are going to be afraid and anxious and, walking around with like chickens with their heads cut off, screaming like as though they were a woman getting ready to bring forth a child, right? It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble." Okay, so yes, this is the time of Jacob's trouble, and there's none like it. There's no other day like it. It's not, ain't no other time in history like this time. Okay, all right. But he shall be saved out of it. Okay. It says, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him." Okay, so the Lord promised that He was going to deliver us out of Jacob's trouble. Okay, He's going to save us. All right, that our enemies would not have the dominion over us. They wouldn't just be able to do whatever it is they want to do. And that's Esau's mentality. His mentality is, hey, these people have been in my hands this long. I'm going to keep them that way. Okay, or else. All right, and he's willing to take that charge and take that challenge up with the Most High. So the Most High is going to show him what's good. Okay, by delivering us. All right. You got any precepts, bro?
I do. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91. And I'll start at verse. I'm going to start at the beginning. Psalms 91, verse 1. "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence."
Right. Okay. So, if you dwell with the Most High, if you dwell in the secret place, which is abiding in the knowledge, wisdom, understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you believe in Him, you call upon Him, you pray to Him. All right. You do as He's commanded us to do to the best of your capabilities. All right. Hey, the Lord promised that He was going to deliver us. That's just what it says. Okay. All right, and you got to understand the times that we coming into is not a time for the Lord to be. The Lord is not gonna be holding back. Okay. Nah, man. This is a time where the Lord is gonna be showing out more so than He ever done showed out before. Okay, and it's gonna be one or two things. Either the Lord gonna perform judgments and wonders, all right, to destroy a wicked person, or the Lord's going to perform judgments and wonders to deliver a righteous person. It's not going two ways. Okay. All right. So for those that have been seeking the Lord, the righteous have hope of the Lord performing those wonders to save, man. Because that's the only way the elect making it out of here, man. Okay, when you really start stacking it up and looking at what's going on in the world, man, okay, and how things are really getting and going to get, man. Hey, like I told brothers yesterday, I said, look, when you really examine this, it may very well be a possibility we might meet the Lord next year. You know what I'm saying? Toward the end of this year, early next year. Now, granted, we say that, which Scripture tell us to do so by hastening the day. Okay, but that's very real, man. Okay, because things about to get cataclysmic out here, man. It's about to get catastrophic, so we need the Lord, to show up, do what He's been doing, which is delivering us.
Verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to keep His elect, all right, and not just the elect. The elect consists of men, women, and children. All right, the Lord is going to keep all His elect throughout all trials and tribulation that's going to come, man. Doesn't it say in Job how the Lord is going to keep us in 6 trouble, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch us? Roughly paraphrased.
Right.
So in everything that's about to come, man. All right, because we do know that the devil is going to come down with great wrath because he knows that he have but a short time. And we see the way that this devil is pushing all these, the agendas, how it's going in the world right now. Okay, he's moving with haste right now, man. He's panicking, man. He's trying to get things in fruition and enforce quickly because he's seeing the rise of the Israelite men. All right, that shit is fucking putting fear in his heart, man. The scriptures tell us that, man. He's gonna stand on our feet and great fear shall fall upon him, man. The nigga spooked, man. He's seen the chariots at an alarming rate, man. All right, he's seeing the things that the men of the Lord have been saying was gonna happen. He's seeing them actually happening, and he can't run from them, man. Everything that we say through the Spirit that's gonna happen, he tries to maneuver around it, but he still ends up doing it, man. Okay. So guess what's gonna end up happening? He's gonna come down with great wrath, man, against as it says in Revelation 12 I was reading last night, man. He's gonna come fight against the remnant of the woman, man.
Yep.
All right, he's gonna come after us, man.
Yep.
Okay, but guess what? We won't have nothing to fear, man. The Lord is gonna keep us and deliver us out of all those troubles, man.
That's right.
All right, you got it, bro.
Continuing on, verse 8. Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Right. So all those makeshift things that Esau got in store to try to come after Jake, they're gonna end up falling upon his head, man.
Right.
And Lord's will we part that elect, while we being taken care of, we're gonna see our enemies, man. 2/3 of our own people and these heathens, man, go through the brunt of what they try to throw on us, man.
Yep.
They're gonna be catching it, man. They the ones that's gonna be starving, man. They the ones that's gonna be walking around looking like they belong in World War Z, man, and I Am Legend and shit, man. It's gonna be them, man. Okay.
There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways.
And what we've been saying lately, hey brothers, be prepared to meet your guardian angel soon, man. All right, you're gonna end up seeing your guardian angel, because that's how cutthroat is gonna get out here, man.
Right.
All right, for the Lord to tell you in Daniel 12 chapter, that's gonna be, you got it?
Yep.
Yeah, you can read it, Bubba Shot, real quick.
12:1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, which Michael is a chief archangel.
Yeah, the chief archangel. Yep.
Right. It says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna be a horrific time, man. A time like never seen before. Okay. What's about to come? The 70 AD ain't got nothing on what's about to come. The transatlantic slave trade ain't got nothing on what's about to come, man. It's gonna be a very perilous time. You remember when we was in Orlando, we made mention of it. This is about to be the last ass whooping the Lord is about to dish out, man.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go all out, man. Okay? It's gonna get so bad that Michael, man, the archangel, is gonna have to come in our defense, man. All right? Hey, again, you know, the brothers reading in that psalm, the scriptures say the Lord was gonna send his angels to keep us, man. So again, man, it's for the Lord to speak in that tone, you know, one can only imagine how bad it's gonna be, man. That's how great of a dearth and a great of lamentation and mourning and great of death and perilous time is gonna be in those days, man. But the point is, the elect is gonna be kept out of them all, man. All right. Brothers got it.
I'll read the last verse. Psalms 91 verse 12. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
So the Lord gonna have his angels looking out for brothers. Okay. All right. Different miracles gonna be performed. Okay. Hey, this is gonna be a very climactic. Okay. You know, end of the world, if you will, man. End of this age, man. We know we gotta really meditate on it, man. You know, gotta really meditate on that. But anyway, Jeremiah 23 and Salakia, verse 7, it says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land." Okay, and you know, we often say this down here, man. The Lord is coming back to save somebody. You know, so you know, yeah, Jacob's trouble is coming. Our temptation is coming. You know, it's gonna be a lot of death. You know, it may be some martyrs. You know, of the believers here and there. Okay, but at the end of the day, when Yahushua comes back, he said, "Shall I find faith on the earth?" That means there's gonna be people on earth that believe. Okay, that's what he said. He said he coming back to separate the sheep from the goat, man, to deliver his elect from the four winds, from the four corners of the earth, from one end of the earth to the other. So, with that being said, that means that not everybody gonna die. Not everybody, you know, it ain't gonna just be so bad to where the Lord not, you know, everybody's just not gonna make it, man. Now the Lord said he gonna shorten the days specifically so that the elect can be saved, man. So
the Lord said he reserved unto him 7,000 knees that have not bowed to Baal, man.
Yep.
And even throughout history, in all destruction, so to say, and all deaths that came, the Lord always kept a remnant, man.
Yep.
All right. Don't the scriptures say if it had not been for the remnant, we would have been at Sodom and Gomorrah, man? All right. So the Lord, he got his remnant. So all his death, he's going to keep somebody.
Right.
Who he's going to keep? His servants. All right. The chosen, man. The Ecclectos, man. You got it, bro.
Right. But the reason why I brought out that Jeremiah 23 is because, hey, you know, hey, like it says, all the lands where he have driven them, hey, the Lord coming back to save somebody. He coming back to save people. Okay? And, hey, he's going to do it in a very miraculous way in these times. Of course, the deliverance via the chariots, you know, hey, that's going to definitely be something to overshadow, you know, our exodus from Egypt. Okay? Well, what about all the plagues that took place upon Egypt in the ancient times? The Lord bringing that back. The miracles, the Lord is bringing that back. So, you know, hey, that means that if the Lord said that it's going to be no more said, that means it's going to happen on such a high level, you know, that it's going to be like impossible to ignore, you know. So we have to really have that mind of anticipation, man, of, you know, that expectation towards Yahweh Shem Yahushai of good, you know, like scriptures tell you in Jeremiah 29, I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. You know, just to prove that, you know, Yahweh Shai is coming to save. You know. Well,
Hey, that's it. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone citations to the elect. Kwame Asherallah.
Kwame Asherallah.
God Ball.
Bible
Shalom.
Shalom.